Let me ask you, Eric. Since we're black, you're not black. Have you ever written something, created something, whatever, and thought in the back of your head, how will people of color perceive this? Has that ever been
are we talking like in screenplays or in my stand-up?
Jokes, sketches, whatever. And I'm not talking about is this going to offend anybody? Like, is it racist? It's just like, would this appeal to their audience? Have you ever
absolutely. Like, there's this. I remember a couple months into doing stand-up. There's this club in Inglewood called the J Spot. It's this famous black club. Mm-hmm. One of our friends, Brandon Bricks, he gets me a spot at the club. Yeah. And it's a really big club. There's over 100 people who are patrons who paid for their ticket to watch the show. Yeah. And so I'm talking to him before, and he knows my set, and he's saying, don't say this because black people won't understand it. Like, so I was saying, I was doing a Bernie Sanders bit, and I would say trolling for women. And he's like, don't say trolling. Black people won't understand what trolling is. And so, like, I adjusted the wording, and it worked. But there was other stuff where, like, I talked about Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. And they loved it when I talked about Barack Obama. And then, literally, when I talked about Michelle Obama, half the black women in the audience, like, all the black women in the audience, like, just turned on me. Damn. Right? Because I didn't know how to walk the line. And it was just like, I wasn't very skillful in the joke with it, in retrospect.
Was that weird with Brandon being black? Was that weird, him having to, like, kind of tell you, like, hey, this is going to work, this isn't, and that kind of thing? Because you probably never had gone through something like that.
Well, it's like, I guess in retrospect, thinking about it, like, I grew up in Utah, so walking into that building, I would be meeting more black people in that room than I'd ever seen in my entire life, really.
That's crazy.
And so it's crazy. It is kind of a language barrier thing of like, we've had different experiences. I'm from Utah. I'm more middle class. Yeah. And this is Inglewood, so it is more middle class technically, actually. Yeah. But people wouldn't realize that it's actually not nearly as bad an area as you would think. But it's one of those things where you do want to make sure that your message gets across. That's the whole point of comedy, actually. And I actually, because I thought about connecting with the audience, there was a black kid who went on before me, and he didn't think about connecting with the audience, and they hated him, and he bombed. And then for me, I thought about connecting with the audience, and I did pretty good for that first half, and then it kind of
Michelle Obama ruined it.
I got high fives from a couple of black guys as I was walking off stage, but it was like it was definitely like something where I felt like they aren't getting me yet. Yeah. And part of it was I was a really young comedian, but part of it is like I hadn't thought about how to translate my experiences outside of my perspective. Yeah. And I think that's something that white people especially never have to think about. Right. And so that muscle needs to be trained more often. Yeah,
whereas with us, it's not just comedy, that's something we've had to do just to make it in this country, and it's not, so me and him being like, okay, let me structure this joke where like maybe white women will get it, is nothing, because we've had to have conversations where we've had to change things and do things differently just so white people will get it or white people understand or we'll be able to assimilate to this and that. So I guess with like comedy, it's nothing to do that because we do it all the time, basically.
Yeah.